Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Jim Olson, Assistant Executive Director of the National Tile Contractors Association. Thank you for attending. Today's webinar is titled, What You Need to Know About Why Tile, sponsored by Dell Tile. Before we begin, as usual, I have a little bit of business to take care of. Today's webinar will be muted. Please use the participant feedback or chat screen on your computer to ask questions. We will answer all questions at the end of this presentation. All of our webinars are archived and available to watch at any time after the webinars are presented. Please email your requests to me. I will provide my email address on the chat screen after we begin. If the audio on your computer is poor, call the number on your chat screen to listen on your phone. Today's presenter, Kathy Meyer, Director of Marketing for the Tile Council of North America, or TCNA, leads the marketing efforts for the TCNA, a trademark association representing manufacturers of ceramic tile, tile installation materials, tile equipment, raw materials, and other tile-related products. The Tile Council is recognized for its leadership role in facilitating the development of North American and international industry quality standards to benefit tile consumers. Additionally, TCNA regularly conducts independent research and product testing, works with regulatory, trade, and other government agencies, offering professional training, and publishes installation guidelines, tile standards, economic reports, and promotional literature. Before TCNA, Kathy led the vertical marketing and sales enablement organizations for Kodak Alaris as its senior director. Prior to Kodak Alaris, Kathy served as general manager for the document imaging services business and director of marketing operations and systems for Kodak. And prior to Kodak, Kathy served as vice president of sales operations and general manager for the supplies business for NextPress Solutions, LLC, and vice president of order management and logistics for Heidelberg Digital, LLC. Before we welcome Kathy, I just want you all to know she has a little cold and her voice is a little scratchy, but she's going to do a fantastic job. Welcome, Kathy.
Yeah, thank you, Jim. And yes, this isn't my normal voice, and so I apologize up front. But I'd also like to thank Dell Tile for sponsoring this webinar. Dell Tile is an active Y-Tile partner. This is just our standard TCNA disclaimer, nothing to worry about. What we're going to cover today. So over the next 45 minutes, I will share all the exciting happenings around the ceramic tile industry's Y-Tile campaign. We hear about the latest happenings with the campaign, plus learn about the expansive resources available for your use on both ytile.com and on the Y-Tile Partner Portal. You'll also see the additional benefits you can receive by being a Y-Tile partner, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. And lastly, we're going to take a peek at two of the Y-Tile presentations that are available to you on the Y-Tile Partner Portal. And the two we're going to cover are the 10 reasons to select ceramic tile for your next project and ceramic tile versus other materials, including LVT. The third presentation segment is on the specifications and why specifiers and designers in the A&D community, why they should be specifying tile, and it gets into why and how all the ANSI standards and stuff fit together. And that one is the third one. It's a little more technical and it's a little bit more involved, so I'm not going to cover that one today, but it's there for your use. So first, what is Y-Tile? Well, Y-Tile is similar to, if you remember, the beef, what's for dinner, or the got milk. We're a trade association representing ceramic tile, as Jim had mentioned, and so similar to these beef and dairy industry associations, the tile industry has launched an initiative designed to showcase the advantages of ceramic tile over other surface choices. And the one point I want to mention, a caveat, which is in parentheses, is we have nowhere near the budget that Got Milk or What's for Beef for Dinner had. So you're not going to be seeing, prime time commercials on TV. but we're doing a good job of getting information and messaging out there. So the objective of Why Tile is first to educate on the numerous benefits of ceramic tile and to inspire on all the various design options and information on all the different places where you can use tile. I want to point out that this is the Why Tile website. It's not a path to purchase website, meaning when you go on that site, you can't buy tile, you can't buy installation materials or tools. It doesn't lead you to any of the manufacturer sites. What we've done is we want this just to be about education, information, and inspiration. And with that, the site is so manufacturer neutral, so you won't see any manufacturing advertisements or anything like that on there. And it's also country neutral. We're just about ceramic tile, even though it's coming from North America. So the resources. I'd like to show you first all the resources we have available for you on whytile.com if you haven't seen it. First, Whytile has extremely valuable resources that, given all the content, tools, and resources we've added over the last 6 months. Now, we launched Whytile for the consumer side back at Coverings 2017, and this year at Coverings, we launched and opened the commercial side of Whytile. And now that we have both sides open, we've been adding tons of content, tons of resources, and that's why, if you haven't been there in a while, that's why I wanted to show you this. So the site is now wide and deep. It has the 2 audience paths, which I just mentioned, so the residential consumer and the DIYer side, and then the commercial professionals for the architects and designers. Whytile, for you all on the phone, Whytile is your largest resource, and it's free. We want you to use the content. We want you to be able to share the content. There's downloads on there, some of the guides that are on there, anything that's on there. If you want copy, all you have to do is call us. We'll give you permission to use it. It's for your customers too. There's helpful information for your customers and potential customers to get excited about tile. And there's plenty of information and tile ideas, even for those that know and love tile. Prominent on the consumer side of Whytile, there are 4 main messaging tenets. We call them tenets. So 4 messaging tenets showcasing the benefits of tile. First is design. With tile's endless design possibilities, full of robust design, tile is simply gorgeous. Second, it's durable and easy to care for. Most tile doesn't scratch or stain easily, and it doesn't fade, dent, or cut. Tile is simply tough. Third, it's healthy when considering toxins, safety, sustainability, and the environment. Tile is simply good for you. And fourth, it's a demonstration of craftsmanship and heritage. Tile is simply timeless. So the site contains more in-depth information on each of those 4 points that I just mentioned. Content. We have right now a ton of content on here, and what I first want to show you is we have what we call an SEO campaign, a search engine optimization campaign. Whytile, like I said, because it's not associated with anyone, when we launched Whytile, it had no recognition by Google or any of the other search engines. So we've been, instead of doing a promotional campaign or a PR campaign, we've been doing a search engine campaign that's providing great results and rankings and site authority. So we need to build this as a trusted site, which we've done. And now when you search, like if you Google Whytile, Whytile.com shows up #1 as your first result, which is great because when we first started Whytile, believe it or not, it was like on page 12. This has been, so these great search results have been made possible by all this new content and the resources we've added on the site, along with our social media amplification and ads. Currently, we have 14 new blogs on Whytile since May of this year, and we have several more. So we're planning on adding at least 1 to 2 new blogs. Like in December, we added 3. But on average, we're adding about 2 blogs per month. All the blog topics are largely based on keyword search volumes and trending topics to obtain more visibility, and the goal is obtaining search traffic to Tile, and we're finding we're getting great visibility, great number of just impressions with these blogs. Now, I'm going to show you real quick what the titles are. Of the 14, here's the first 7. And I wanted to let you know, you can read the list, but what we try to do in these blog posts are talk about ceramic tiles' benefits, especially against LVT's weaknesses. That's usually a common thread message through here. Now, it's not going to be like glaring right at you, but it's going to be in all of these blogs. So that's good information to share, at least to the extent we can with the technical information we have today. And then the other 7, if you notice blog number, 12, we have a blog specifically addressing, I don't know if you've been watching like 60 Minutes this last week or saw the National Geographic campaign or been seeing all these shows showing like whales with their bellies full of plastic. Well, we created a blog that talks about plastic, and the problem with plastic is as it relates to flooring, aka LVT, MLF, and any other vinyl flooring. And so that's a really good blog if you want to share. We're going to have more plastic-related blogs and social posts in 2019. And also, if you didn't make it to coverings or saw the video at coverings, our last blog post, blog 14, it's a blog about our video that we had at looking at LVT and talking about the benefits of ceramic flooring over LVT, and it's more of a comical video. So please feel free to share and link to these blogs. And if any of you do like one-on-one campaigning or campaigning out to your customers or potential customers, feel free to link to any of these blogs as part of that campaigning effort that you're doing. We also have on the website 15 case studies right now showing the advantages of tile in real scenarios. So anywhere from office parks to libraries to breweries to resorts to a private yacht. Ceramic tile is proven to be a versatile material for indoor as well as outdoor construction. The following case studies will show the advantage of ceramic tile in real scenarios, why it was chosen as the preferred building material, and how it improved the design and functionality of the application. These are great examples to share with your customers on how and what they can achieve when they select tile. Please also note that our case studies, we can attribute acknowledgement to the designer, the architect, the distributor or dealer, and the installer. So if you have any case studies that you would like to share with us, just please send them to me and we'll get them. Don't worry about formatting or anything. We'll format it into the right template just using the content, and we'll get them up there. We also have one of the downloads on Tile is what we call a field guide to tile. And we've been receiving steady downloads of this, and it helps consumers prepare prior to looking and selecting their tile. So again, just another valuable resource for your customer. It steps through all the things they should be thinking about, the tone they're trying to capture in the room, what they're trying to accomplish, a little bit about how much tile they may need. So there's a couple little things in there that would help them before they actually even show up at a store to try to pick their tile. One of the exciting new tools that we've added, this is on the commercial side of Tile, is what we call our industry tool. It features 8 different industry verticals that you can see down the left-hand side. And within those 8 industry verticals, we have 33 sub-verticals. So this industry tool provides the strongest reason to select tile for a specific industry. So this can help you articulate with common messaging the best ceramic tile benefits for your customer specific industry. So as an example, if you look at, I picked retail. If you were to click on this tool and go to retail, you will see that there'll be benefits about retail in general as to why tile is great for that application. But then we go into sub-verticals within retail: stores, malls, salons, car showrooms, movie theater, and grocery store. And if you click on one of those, and I'm going to click pretend on salons, what you'll see is each subcategory page features specifically for that category the benefits as to why tile is the perfect choice. And then there'll be some key benefit statements with additional copies, and then additional photos showcasing the ceramic tile designs in situ to help inspire your customers and provide great ideas for using tile for that specific industry. We also, on the commercial side, have a thing called an application tool. There are currently 7 applications in the commercial guide demonstrating ceramic tile and how it's a fitting material for any space. Right now, we have application tools on backsplash, rooftop terrace, fireplace, kitchen, bathroom, living room spaces, and outdoors. Right now, we have in editing entryways, and then we'll continue to be adding additional applications as we go through the year. So again, it's a great example to use with customers if they're looking to remodel. You can point them to this resource so they can learn why selecting ceramic tile is the best choice for their specific remodel project. We also have, to spark your creativity with ceramic tile design and inspiration, you can check out the Why Tile Gallery. We have over 750 photos that we've received from members and other ceramic tile manufacturers, and they're both residential and commercial products, and it's an excellent place for your customers just to get ideas. And if you have any photos, we take photos at any time, and we'll load them into the website as well. And lastly, we have a bunch of just resources in our resource libraries, and these are here for you and your customers to assist with tile selection and the design process. There are links to most useful resources for both the consumer and the commercial side. So now I'm going to switch gears and speak specifically about the Why Tile partner benefits. And Why Tile, it's another website, but it's a password protected, username protected website that you can register there's no cost to you at all for any of this. I've got the URL at the top of the page there. But for our partners, we have additional tools and resources on our Why Tile partner website. The resources are free and do not cost anything, and it doesn't cost anything, like I said, to become a Why Tile partner. We have on this portal, we have the Why Tile logos, which are available for your use and to co-brand any materials that you have. We also create monthly social posts for your own personal company social media. And these posts are uploaded at the beginning of the month to the partner portal. And then Roxanne, who works in our office, she actually sends to anyone who's a registered Why Tile partner. She also emails the posts in a Word doc, and all you have to do is copy and paste into your own social channels, and you're ready to go. The only thing that we ask is that if you use the social, if you can continue to use the hashtag Why Tile in all your posts, just so we get the visibility. And then the Why Tile, our own social channels, have different social messaging, so we won't ever be in conflict or duplicating. So you can check out our social as well for any likes and shares. We also, speaking specifically of the logo, as you notice, it's nice, clean, so it won't fight against any of your own logos. It's one simple click to obtain the logo. We all benefit when we all use this logo. So the more that it's out there and seen, it benefits our entire industry. And so it's very easy. It's just another click and a permission saying you've read the legal rules about use, and then we send you a zip folder with all the different logos in it. If you're interested in joining as a partner, we also have a partner activation kit. This kit contains several valuable tools for your use. First, it has a Y-Tile quick start guide, so a couple of things that you can do to jump in to start getting into and involved with Y-Tile. There's tips for doing social media. We have the four messaging tenant brochure that you can download if you needed it for customers or handouts at your store. There's also a quick guide, and tips are in an infographic style, so it's very easy reading, very friendly to use. Everything on there that I've mentioned are printable files that are easily to download. We also have right now one poster. This is just based on the 4 messaging tenets, but we're planning on getting more posters on there. And you can print them. They're poster size, so if you don't have a really large printer, you can just go to one of the quick print places like Staples or any of those places, and they can print these posters for you. And also, as I mentioned at the very beginning, we have what I call the Y-Tile presentation on the Partner Hub, and there's 3 segments to it, so you can do it as 3 separate presentations. You can mix and match whatever you want to do. But as you can see, there's the 10 reasons to select ceramic tile for your next project, why specifiers in A&D should select ceramic tile. That's the one that gets into all the different standards that we have around the materials for tile, as well as installation materials, as well as the flooring system, which is kind of unique for us as an industry to have standards for the complete flooring. And then we have ceramic tile versus other materials, including LVT. And these presentations are there for your use, either as education for you and your employees, or to share with customers to amplify the strengths of ceramic tile while using some consistent messaging. And so what I thought I'd do is just take you through and just show you, to give you an idea of what's in these presentations. I'm not going to give you the whole presentation. I mean, but I'm going to step through the slides so you can see what they are. So, so for the 10 reasons for tile, we get into first, it's natural and environmentally friendly. And as you can see, we give a lot of good reasons there. One that most people may not realize is North American tile has the lowest carbon footprint of any flooring choice. And that's because we're very fortunate that all the raw materials, in most cases, are located within 100 miles of point of manufacture. So we do very, very well. Plus, all of our ingredients are all natural, right from Mother Earth. Second, it's fire and smoke resistant, and so you can see non-combustible, doesn't burn. You know, this is when you consider safety of family and friends and colleagues and customers. Your ceramic tile is non-combustible and doesn't give off, more importantly, toxic fumes when exposed to fire. So this, when you start thinking about some commercial uses, especially like multifamily, yeah, I don't understand why people aren't using more ceramic tile when you think about, you know, not that you want to think about a fire, but in case of fire, it's just much, much safer. Number 3, durable. Ceramic tile is one of the most durable surfaces, right? When properly installed, it maintains its original qualities. It lasts longer than any other option. More importantly, especially when we think about the plastic floors like vinyl, it doesn't fade in sunlight. So it's going to look the same, and you can move your furniture anytime you want without worrying about any discoloration or anything like that. It doesn't scratch. It doesn't dent like LVT and plastic floors do. It doesn't puncture. So it's great for both pets and people. Fourth, it's clean and healthy. Ceramic tile is inhospitable to dust mites, mold, and bacteria. Tile is inorganic. It's fired at extremely high temperatures, so it doesn't support the growth of fungi, mold, or bacteria. Basically, the final product is virtually inert with no off-gassing, providing the best indoor air quality. And also, just so you know, you guys probably all know this on the phone, but there are also mortars, grouts, and other installation materials available that contain 0 or low VOCs. Tile is also perfect for wet areas. Not only can installations of ceramic tile be waterproof, some tiles are designed to provide better traction, making ceramic tile the perfect choice for showers, swimming pools, patios, and other wet areas. Ceramic tile is practically maintenance-free since tile resists dirt and stains and requires very little effort to maintain. Water alone can thoroughly clean tile surfaces. There's no need for harsh chemicals for cleaning. And then the design. With advances in tile manufacturing over the last 50 years, design options today are affordable and effectively limitless. So today's selections of tile offer palettes of textures, colors, shapes, styles to create a custom experience. There's new setting and grout materials to make it possible to tile any surface. Ceramic tile, very important. Ceramic tile adds value to any home or building, not like some of the other, not like vinyl and plastic. Outdoor use. Ceramic tile is the right choice for exterior applications. We've already mentioned it's fade resistant, but porcelain is also frost resistant. Ceramic tile's durability, we talked about the enhanced traction and easy to clean, all attributes that make it perfect for an exterior application. Ceramic tile adds value to any building, needs almost no maintenance, and costs less per square foot than other permanent and long-use flooring options. And that's when you look over a longer life cycle. You don't have to replace ceramic tile as often. So when you look at the cost of how long, if you had a house, for 50 years or building for 50 years, if certain flooring wears out every 5 to 10 years, you have that cost of ripping out, deinstalling, and reinstalling the floor plus all the materials again. So ceramic tile does provide the lowest life cycle cost. And then, as you all know, throughout history, ceramic tile has provided that perfect permanent union of art and architecture. Tile has a rich history. Think of nearly any great space, and there's tile at its heart. It's hand-laid by craftsmen, giving it endless options in design customization. So that is the one presentation that you have. And then the other, which I think is a little bit, not that wasn't interesting, but this gets, I think, a little bit more timely with what we're seeing with LVT floors. We have two ways of comparing now ceramic tile from a health, safety, and a natural choice standpoint. We have this bulleted chart that talks about the health and safe features of ceramic tile, which were covered. We just covered those in the top 10 reasons to pick tile. But bottom line, ceramic tile is the worry-free, healthy, safe, and natural choice when selecting flooring. When I look at building occupant exposure, people in homes and buildings can be exposed to harmful chemicals if it's not ceramic tile. And we put a list of some of the common things that possibly could be outgassing in these other flooring, and you can see which flooring actually has what chemicals, and as you see, ceramic tile contains none of this. So it's just a quick chart here to highlight the key differences. Now we're going to talk specifically about LVT or luxury vinyl tile, which I guess you could call that an oxymoron. It's basically vinyl tile. But it seems to be one of, it's growing pretty good, so it is a hot product on the market, but it's not all roses, and that's what you need to know. LVT is also the product that's generating the most number of complaints and claims in the flooring industry, and that's according to several different people that we've picked up in some articles. These photos depict some of the known issues with LVT. Heat, such as direct sun, can make the materials expand and warp. Cold can make it contract and get brittle. Moisture in the air or from the substrate can cause LVT to become unstable. And all of those things results in something called cupping or peaking with the seams gaping, like you can see on the floor. But to understand LVT and their marketing messages, let's take a deeper look into some of these issues because their marketing says a different story. So first, we're going to look at health and safety. So here are some very common negative issues associated with vinyl or LVT, which their industry tends not to talk about or run from. First, all the floors are made of plastic. Let's not forget that. It's just basically plastic. And it carries with them all of the known health concerns with plastic in the discussions that are among health experts and builders. Whereas ceramic tile is PVC and plastic free, there's also these plasticizers that are in there, like phthalates is one of them, that actually makes plastic vinyl softer and more pliable. But these things can be taken up into your body, and you can get it through breathing or contacting with skin. There's many types of phthalates, but we don't know which are in each of these florins because they tend not to list them specifically in their ingredients. So the problem is we don't know which one is being used. LVT also emits VOCs, and so do the adhesives used to install them. Ceramic tile and cement-based mortars are inherently VOC-free. LVT has poor fire performance. It's not smoke or fire resistant. It can melt or change with fire and heat. The vinyl industry doesn't recommend wall applications, and one of the main reasons is it doesn't have fire ratings to be able to go on walls in some states, and I think most states. Tile has a zero flame spread, zero smoke development, and doesn't emit toxins when heated. So again, good reasons why when you think multi-housing or hospitality, that tile is a much better choice. When I look at tile versus LVT from a durability standpoint, LVT flooring is easily scratched and can also scuff, tear, dent, puncture, or gouge. So it's generally not very durable. In fact, if people read the warranty, scratches are usually void the warranty. Ceramic tile, on the other hand, doesn't scratch easily, scuff, dent, or puncture. Ceramic tile has one of the most wear-resistant surfaces. We also mentioned before that LVT fades and warps, or cups is the other terminology, in direct sunlight. And also, some LVT, if it doesn't get enough sunlight, it actually turns yellow. It gets this dark aging. Ceramic tile doesn't do any of that. It doesn't fade or warp. And this one is kind of a touchy subject, I think, with all of us in ceramic tile. The LVT manufacturers, if you read their warranties, do not, I repeat, do not recommend the use of their products in areas which may be walked upon by wet. And if you look at any of their testimony that they've been doing in Washington right now on this whole, do we need to label flooring for slip, their testimony is that they don't, they don't recommend it for wet areas, so they're not even doing a decoff test on it. But when they advertise their floors, they certainly are showing them in wet applications, including bathrooms and entryways. This is conflicting messaging where ceramic tile is waterproof and can be waterproof with membranes when installed properly. And we have uniform messaging around it, including clear standards and specifications. And believe it or not, if you read some of these warranties, they've actually changed the definition of what we all know as the definition of waterproof. And their definition on some of these warranties are, it's waterproof if you pick up the spill within 2 to 3 seconds. Now, I don't call that waterproof, but that's their definition on their warranty. And then when you look at so a little bit more about this, LVT being plastic in itself is waterproof. So that part they are getting correct, in that they do have that waterproof top layer. So if you said the plank is waterproof, that is correct. But the flooring itself as a system is not waterproof. Water can get in between the seams, and because it's plastic, it can't breathe, so that allows for incubation for mold and mildew. There's also dimensional stability is an inherent problem with this product. as we mentioned, causing curl and dome. And also, LVT reacts to environmental conditions like sun, heat, cold, humidity. So LVT usually has to be installed in a more controlled environment. Also concerning is there's no control over the consistency of the recycled content, which also adds to the stability issues and possible health issues as well. And note, it's this recycled content that they tout that allows them to proclaim that they are a green product. And again, like we said, we don't know what's in there, and it's not in their label. And most LV today is manufactured in China, which we know can have quality problems, and also, the quality is unknown due to lack of manufacturing standards there. And here's just some pictures. It's funny that Bill Greasy, our director of standards, just happened to be in a barber shop, and this was the floor that was there. And as you can easily see, there was dents from the furniture. They picked up the rug, which is in the middle there. It's kind of hard to see, but you can see the difference in color here just from the fading from the sun. And then, they have those little carts at the barber shop to, bring their tools and scissors, and all that was scratching the floor. So I'll call out to you all too, if you have any photos like this showing LVT with issues like this or other issues, please send them to me. We'd love to have them to add to our archives. Also, from an environmental value, LVT manufacturers sometimes report life cycle data based on a one-year average versus the flooring product category rule, or PCR, which is 60 years. And they do this in order to make LVT look better, to make it have lower life cycle costs, and to appear more environmentally friendly. So again, customers just have to be aware of that they're comparing it to a one-year cost typically versus the 60-year life cycle, which they're supposed to do as well. LVT, as we mentioned before, is typically made of PVC or some type of plastic, which can emit toxins when incinerated. And as we saw earlier, North American tile has the lowest environmental footprint of any flooring. And a little bit more on LVT and the environment. Plastic, as you know, is not biodegradable, and it's made from non-sustainable petrochemicals. What ceramic tile uses readily available, naturally occurring materials. LVT is often made from polyvinyl chloride, or PVC, a type of plastic, which is hazardous from production to disposal. There is no safe way to manufacture or dispose of PVC and most plastic. The emissions from PVC can include dioxins and furans, two of the most toxic chemicals on the planet. And these chemicals are typically produced during the manufacturing process and from the incineration if they try to burn it. And if plastic goes into a landfill, it's going to be there forever. It doesn't biodegrade. Sellers of LVT often promote it by claiming the wood-look material has recycled wood dust and the stone-like material has recycled stone dust. Well, the truth is it's just plastic with a filler. The wood dust is a filler. It doesn't make the LVT look like wood, and the limestone dust doesn't make the LVT look like stone. That's just all in the printing. So that wood dust and stone dust is just being used as a filler in the plastic. So bottom line, LVT is a chemistry lab. It's all plastic, whereas ceramic tile is made from naturally occurring ingredients. So once again, this is just a presentation that's there for your use, as is all of the resources that I just went through. So please take advantage of all of these, as I underlined, free resources. If you'd like, please become a YTile partner to get those additional resources like those two presentations I just stepped you through, along with the logos. You have unlimited use of the logos for your own branding. And I'd also like to mention, here's all of our social channels if you want to be connected to YTile, but also stay tuned. We're going to continue to add more and more assets to Y-Tile, and I know Dell Tile is planning on adding additional resources as well concerning Y-Tile. So that concludes my formal part of the presentation, so thank you for listening.
Kathy, great job, very informational, and you made it through with your voice intact. Great job.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't sure about that this morning.
I want to thank everybody for attending today and ask them to please send your request to join the Y-Tile program and get out there and promote our industry and our product. I think it's fantastic. We do not have any questions. Your presentation was more about presenting what's available for our attendees, and I want to thank all of you. Any of you that want any of you attendees who want this archived version of this presentation to show to friends and customers and co-employees, please email to me. You have my email address on the chat screen. I have already received numerous people that are going to present this to customers, employees, friends, and whatever. So again, thank you, Kathy. You did a great job. Thank you all for attending, and you will all be invited to our next webinar, Becoming